What if the feeling you spend your entire life trying to escape is actually the thing keeping you alive? What if anxiety is not simply a flaw in the human mind, but an ancient survival system desperately trying to protect you from dangers you cannot always see clearly? The terrifying possibility is that your anxiety may not be your enemy at all. It may be your brain working exactly as evolution designed it to. Most people experience anxiety as something negative, a racing heartbeat before an important conversation, a feeling of dread without obvious reason, endless overthinking late at night, fear about the future that refuses to disappear no matter how irrational it seems. Modern society often treats anxiety like a malfunction, something broken inside the mind that needs to be silenced, fixed, or eliminated. And certainly, extreme anxiety can become deeply painful and destructive. But beneath that suffering lies a question most people never stop to ask. Why does anxiety exist in the first place? From an evolutionary perspective, anxiety may have been one of humanity's greatest survival advantages. Imagine early humans living in dangerous environments filled with predators, starvation, disease, and violence. The individuals who constantly scanned for threats, anticipated danger, and worried about worst-case scenarios were often the ones who survived long enough to pass on their genes. In contrast, completely relaxed and fearless individuals may have ignored warning signs and died more easily. Anxiety, in many ways, became a biological alarm system protecting human survival. Right now, your brain is constantly trying to predict the future. Hidden neural systems analyze uncertainty every second, searching for patterns that might signal danger. This process happens mostly outside conscious awareness. Tiny structures like the amygdala rapidly evaluate threats before your rational mind even understands what is happening. Anxiety is the nervous system attempting to prepare you for potential harm before it arrives. And strangely, this system often works incredibly well. Anxiety causes humans to check whether doors are locked, avoid risky situations, prepare for important events, and notice subtle signs of danger others might miss. A completely anxiety-free human may actually become vulnerable because they stop anticipating threats entirely. In moderate amounts, anxiety sharpens awareness and improves survival. Today, many threats are psychological rather than physical. Social rejection, financial uncertainty, digital overload, career pressure, and existential fear constantly activate ancient survival systems never designed for this type of world. Your nervous system reacts to an unanswered text message almost like early humans reacted to signs of danger in the wilderness. This creates an exhausting mismatch between ancient biology and modern civilization. The brain cannot always distinguish between physical survival threats and emotional uncertainty. As a result, anxiety often becomes chronic. Humans live in a constant low-level state of alertness because modern life bombards the nervous system with endless uncertainty and stimulation. But what if even that chronic anxiety serves a deeper purpose sometimes? Imagine a person trapped in an unhealthy relationship while ignoring subtle emotional warning signs. Anxiety may appear first as discomfort, restlessness, or unexplained tension. Or imagine someone pushing themselves toward burnout in a life completely disconnected from their deeper values. Anxiety may emerge not simply as malfunction, but as a signal that something internally feels unsafe or misaligned. This does not mean every anxious thought reflects truth. Anxiety often exaggerates danger dramatically, but it also should not always be dismissed automatically. The challenge is learning to distinguish between useful signals and distorted alarms, because anxiety becomes dangerous when the protective system itself turns against the person. In anxiety disorders, the brain begins overestimating threats constantly. Harmless situations feel dangerous. Future uncertainty feels catastrophic. The nervous system becomes trapped in survival mode even when no immediate danger exists. Evolution created a system designed to protect humans occasionally, but modern environments can activate it endlessly. Neuroscience reveals that anxious brains often show heightened activity in regions involved with threat detection and emotional anticipation. The anxious mind continuously simulates possible future problems, trying to prepare for them before they happen. This can feel exhausting because the brain rarely stops scanning for what could go wrong. Yet beneath that suffering lies an important truth. Anxiety is fundamentally future-oriented. It exists because the brain is trying to protect the future version of you. And perhaps that is why completely eliminating anxiety may not actually create emotional freedom. A person without any anxiety at all may stop preparing for danger, reflecting deeply, or recognizing emotional risks. Fear and anxiety evolved because uncertainty is woven into existence itself. Philosophically, this reveals something profound about consciousness itself. Humans are unique, partly because they can imagine the future in extraordinary detail. You can imagine losing people you love decades before it happens. You can fear failure before taking action. You can suffer emotionally from events that never occur at all. Anxiety emerges partly from this remarkable ability to simulate possible futures. The same imagination that allows humans to create art, science, philosophy, and civilization also allows them to catastrophize endlessly. The human brain became powerful enough to predict danger abstractly, but sometimes it predicts too much. People become anxious about things that matter emotionally. Relationships, survival, meaning, identity, and belonging all trigger anxiety because the brain perceives them as important. A person completely incapable of anxiety may also struggle to feel emotional investment strongly enough in certain areas of life. Humans often want peace without vulnerability, but true emotional life requires uncertainty. Love creates anxiety because loss becomes possible. Ambition creates anxiety because failure matters. The goal may not be eliminating anxiety completely, but learning how to carry uncertainty without becoming controlled by it. Ancient philosophies understood this deeply. Stoic thinkers taught that suffering often comes not from events themselves, but from the mind's anticipation of them. Buddhist teachings described how attachment to future outcomes creates anxiety and emotional suffering. Yet neither philosophy suggested humans should become emotionally numb. Instead, they focused on changing the relationship between consciousness and fear. Interestingly, some of humanity's greatest achievements happened because individuals moved forward despite anxiety, not because they lacked it. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action taken while fear exists. Anxiety may whisper catastrophic possibilities constantly, yet humans still create, love, explore, and grow anyway. That tension between fear and action shapes much of the human experience, and perhaps anxiety serves another hidden purpose. It forces reflection. An anxious mind questions reality, consequences, meaning, and vulnerability deeply. While excessive anxiety becomes destructive, moderate anxiety often pushes people toward preparation, introspection, and self-awareness. But there is also danger in romanticizing anxiety too much. Chronic anxiety can devastate lives physically and emotionally. It can trap people inside endless cycles of fear, disconnected from reality. The nervous system was never designed to remain activated constantly. Humans need rest, safety, and emotional regulation as much as vigilance. The goal is not worshiping anxiety, but understanding it more wisely. And maybe that is the deeper lesson hidden inside anxiety itself. The mind is not trying to destroy you. It is trying to protect you using ancient survival systems shaped by millions of years of evolution. The problem is that those systems sometimes become confused inside a modern world overflowing with abstract uncertainty. The human brain was never designed to process continuously. Still, anxiety also reminds humans of something profoundly important. Life is uncertain. Existence is fragile. People you love can disappear. Futures can change suddenly. Consciousness itself exists within vulnerability. Anxiety emerges partly because the human mind recognizes this truth deeply, even when people try to ignore it. But perhaps true wisdom is not becoming fearless or completely anxiety-free. Perhaps wisdom means learning how to live meaningfully despite uncertainty. It means recognizing that some anxiety protects you, while other anxiety imprisons you unnecessarily. Because the reality is this: your anxiety may sometimes exaggerate danger, distort reality, and exhaust your peace. But beneath all that noise, there may also exist an ancient biological intelligence desperately trying to keep you alive in a world filled with uncertainty. And maybe that changes the question entirely. Instead of asking, how do I destroy anxiety forever? Perhaps the better question becomes, how do I understand what my anxiety is truly trying to tell me? Because once fear is understood, rather than blindly obeyed, it loses much of its power to control you. If this video made you think differently about anxiety, fear, and the hidden intelligence inside the human mind, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think anxiety is purely harmful? Or could it sometimes be protecting us in ways we rarely understand? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves deep psychological and philosophical questions. And until next time, remember this: not every alarm inside your mind exists to hurt you. Some may exist because your brain is still trying to keep you alive.